Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the RS3 weekly update video. Now this week, we have a double XP going on, so as usual, it's kind of a little bit of more of a patch week. But we do have some cool stuff this week, so don't forget that. Starting up though, we have the double XP, of course that is still going on, and then we have the Retro Dragon Claws this week in RuneScape. Now what this actually comes with though, is not only the Retro Dragon Claws, which you can get them individually, but there's also a bundle of the Dragonwing Dragon Claws, as you can see here. So they have a little bit more of a wing type shape around the hand that kind of cups the hand a little bit. Looking pretty cool. So it is called the Dragonwing Claw, but then obviously the old replica is still there if you are more of a fan of the older style. So with this being said, there is another one in process, and they said that pretty soon they'll be launching a poll on the social media channels. So do check out Discord, Twitter, etc., to narrow down the final look, and it is going to be for the Abyssal Whip Remaster. So do check that out. Right now there is 3 concepts that are sitting out there. All 3 look pretty awesome. I'm going to be honest, I have a partial favorite myself, but they all look pretty awesome. Otherwise, yes, we do have double XP live going on, and don't forget we just have foundations come out, so you know it's an easy way to get some easy XP for construction, or if you don't like doing this way for construction, there's still some other awesome stuff going on, or whatever you need to go for. Account safety email reminder. So this is talking about, there has been a recent report of a number of players who are receiving spoof phishing emails. So they want to remind all players that any emails relating to your account will be delivered to your player inbox, which can be accessed in the in-game and on RuneScape.com. And if you have a doubt, stop, be safe, and check your player inbox first. Yeah, sometimes Jagex does send us emails, but generally speaking, you can kind of tell. And maybe that's something I'll have to go over sometime here, about how to avoid, the bad emails, if you will. Treasure Hunter calendar. So there is another one coming up here. So the Foresight to Train is soon coming to an end, which ends February 22nd. But starting on the 23rd and all the way till February 22nd is Gemfall. So if you remember this one, it has a lot of multipliers. You have the Gem Cape, Crown, and Gem Sack. So all a bunch of cool stuff going on for that. Then we go into the patch notes for this week, which for most of it's general. They fixed an issue where compacted jewelry did not consume charges when teleporting. Also an issue where the compacted jewelry with 0 charges allowed players to teleport. The construction guidebook no longer leads players to the wrong location, now instructs players to visit the Remington instead of Taverley. The Sand Dunk Rest grabbing animation no longer loops infinitely. The set skyboxes will no longer reset upon applying a filter. Fix an issue where the Quest Point Cape perk could not be activated from the 3rd perk slot on the Max Cape and any eligible backslot items. Fix an issue preventing the Master Max Comp and the Master Max Trim Comp overrides from being unlocked for some players. Fix an issue where some players couldn't unlock virtual skill level achievements despite meeting all the requirements. Players can now destroy the Dragonkin stars should they wish to do so. Fix an issue with the Grand Exchange price per item taking too long to visually update after adjusting the price. Adjusted the functionality of some notification setting to be more intuitive. The offer option has been removed from the Western Wilderness Chaos Altar. Siren Spirits and other similar distractions should now appear more correctly in the Sentiston Cathedral. Added blocking to a rock that was lacking collision in the wilderness. Fix an issue causing some players to repeatedly attempt pickpocketing NPCs even though the thieving level requirement was not met. It should now be easier to interact with the fishing spots within this waterfall. Gravestones will no longer spawn in an inaccessible area after dying inside the giant mole boss arena. Corrected an issue prevented some players who had previously met the curator from starting the Desperate Creatures quest. And New Foundations has a little bit of a touch-up. Hotfix: the Argonite rocks from the Succession quest have been added back to the wilderness. Fix a variety of various blocking issues in Fort 4 and 3. Players are no longer guaranteed to receive strange rocks instantly after starting construction. And 2 hotfixes here. Players are no longer able to place a dwarf multi-cannon inside the Fort 4 and 3. Fletching jungle logs at the Big Game Hunter will once again turn them into wooden spears. Fix an issue where Fort 4 and 3 lodestone could be built without meeting the requirements. The duplicated hidey hole south of Fort 4 and 3 was moved from the game. Updated the blueprint table for 4 and 3 to remove completed wall and gate blueprints when the relevant segment is completed. Fix an issue where some of the Fort 4 and 3 areas did not benefit from the rested XP buff. Joining a player inside the Fort 4 and 3 through a friends list no longer teleports into the wilderness. Players can no longer use the assist system to start blueprints within Fort 4 and 3. You can no longer see other players, pets, and followers within the fort. Wilderness threat monsters will no longer spawn inside the Fort 4 and 3, as it is a safe area. And they fixed an issue with the Fort of My Own achievement. Previously creating Tier 3 Chapel would tick off the Tier 3 Command Center instead, and vice versa. So now the correct building will show the complete once it has been built. And then we go into the community showcase. We have some Valentine's themed events going on here, especially for this first one from Aggressive Recipe 19. Pretty interesting here. And then we go into Susie Owl, capturing one of the moments that she likes with her golden armor and her pet purple kitty. And then we have Ankaro showing off a little bit of artwork with the Skeletal Wyverns and Carapac combo. Very interesting. Then we have Rune Tube. So with the Arch Glacier, 1003% in rage, 1 defense with no food from Evil Lucario. Of course, Evil Lucario breaks the mold again. Then you have Witty Dots with RuneScape 3 confuses me. Iron Man number 49. But that would be an interesting one from the title. I'm very curious at that. And is Fort 43 worth your time? And this has come from Chivalric RS, given their insight and feedback on the fort. Then we have some Scaper screenshots here. First is Sir Theodore making sure the building is up to code. And then we have one from here from Terveris, overseeing some of their glorious handiwork from inside the wilderness, it looks like. And then High Verve snapped a cozy picture of the 4, 4, and 3. And it is a wonderful area, to be perfectly honest. But don't forget, we do have the Pink Skirts events, which are Greygovic, hosted by Mercy and Helpscape. Date Wednesday, February 22nd, 1200 game time. World 35, the Heart of Gillinor, Sliske Lobby, FC's Helpscape. Then we go into Steel and Creation, hosted by Lady Spyra, Avatar Korra, and Fast SC, Saturday, February 25th at 2200 game time. World 99, Steel and Creation Lobby, FC is the Fast SC. So, a bit of a relaxing week as we finish up our forts and enjoy our double XP. But that'll do it for this video, so thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, later guys.